Hey everyone, coming to you on a beautiful sunny Sunday day, April 14th. Weather is about 73 degrees right now. Just a clear blue sky, just an amazing day. Just had to get out on the water again. Second time I've kayaked this year. Haven't been out since that last video I did. I've been wanting to make a video talking about the eclipse, and kind of been busy since the eclipse was last week. Tomorrow will be a week since it, and I was thinking about making it in my basement office, but why not do it out here where it's much more beautiful? And so, a little backstory. Back in 2017, when the last total eclipse to come over the US, I lived in Indiana at the time, and it was only several hours, and had never experienced a total eclipse. I've seen probably half a dozen partials throughout my life. So I was like, I don't really want to drive several hours just to see an eclipse. I've seen them before. Even I knew it was going to be total. Didn't know how big of a deal a total is compared to just a partial. So just shot photos of it from my backyard. It was cloud cover, kind of a cool photo, dramatic with a partial. We maxed out, it was in Marion, Indiana. I lived at the time, and it maxed out at 88% was the most coverage it got. So a lot, but nowhere near total. And then afterwards I started hearing about how amazing it was, people experiencing their first ones, and it just couldn't be described. And after hearing that, I just had instant regret. So that having happened in 2017, and instantly people are like, it's only 7 years till the next one in 2024. And I was like, all right, I'm not gonna miss it. So 7 years go by. Let's say 5 years. I started listening to a podcast from some guys that I met at a brewery, Speciation. Their podcast is called Eclipse on Tap, because they talk about, they saw the total in 2017, and they're the main ones that I heard from about how amazing it was. That was 5 years later, not soon after. But don't think I heard it from anyone else as much as them. And great podcast, talk about beer and space, and talk about a lot about the SpaceX launches, and just general space news, and then also gearing up and building up excitement for 2024. And so I found them about 2 years ago, met them first at Speciation, and heard about their podcast and started listening. So yeah, highly recommend it. So fast forward another 2 years to last week. The plan was my kids had spring break the week before, and we were gonna go down to Texas to San Antonio to see my family, which San Antonio is where I'm originally from, and we were gonna stay down there because Texas was gonna have a much lower chance for clouds, even though the eclipse was coming just south of here into Indiana in the very southeastern corner of Michigan, and I would only have to drive 3 hours to get a good spot in the path of totality. I was like, let's make a trip out of it, and build up this excitement and go down to Texas and hang out down there. And great time to go to Texas too. Weather was amazing, just perfect temperatures. Get about a week out or so, and it's just clouds in the forecast. And I was like, all right, we're only a week out. Let's see what happens. Keep getting closer. Clouds, the cloud forecast is just staying the same, and just bummer too, because I was also, I knew a lot of people going to Texas, friends that were from there and that lived there still, and they didn't have the flexibility to go elsewhere. So one, I felt bad that there was gonna be clouds, and friends and family weren't gonna see it, and two, it was like, where where are we gonna go? It was so unpredictable where clouds were gonna be, because it's spring weather, and places would be clear or be forecasted to be clear, and then that would change. So kind of a lot of anxiety inducing weather for a while. And cloud forecasts look good for southern Illinois and Indiana. Seemed promising a few days before. So left Texas a little early, drove to Memphis, got a hotel room there. Woke up early on Monday morning and just aimed for Carbondale area, which I was a little anxious about because Carbondale had it in 2017 and they built it up there, and they've been building it up since 2017. So I knew there was going to be a lot of people. St. Louis is pretty close to there, so there's a lot of traffic from St. Louis. And then maybe Chicago too. Chicago's directly north of there, up I-57. So aimed for that general area. On the way, my wife and I were looking up places like parks and stuff, and I was also worried about parks because they're just natural spaces, so much better than just watching in a parking lot. So aim for the Carbondale area, east of Carbondale. Try to stay away from the west side, since that's where a lot of the traffic from St. Louis was going to be coming in and going out. So we found a state park, state recreation area on Rend Lake, northeast of Carbondale. We're like, okay, we'll aim there. On the way, we stopped for gas, and there was a bunch of people at the gas station in the parking lot set up chairs, and I was like, oh man, how bad is this park gonna be? So we get to the park. I'm blanking on the name. It's on Rend Lake, but there's a state recreation area. Fitzgerald, I think, is the state recreation area. Should have looked that up before I started this. Anyway, we drive there and get there, and there's people there, but there's so many parking spots. The boat launch area has tons of space, those double spaces where trucks can fit with their boat trailers. So lots of space. Find a great space, back into a spot. And we had some friends coming too from Grand Rapids that were staying in St. Louis, and yeah, they said the traffic was, rough getting out of St. Louis, but they got there before it started, before first contact even started, when the moon first passes into the sun. So got a great spot, got set up, sitting in the grass, open sky above us to where the sun is, the sun and the moon. Get all set up. I've got this GoPro that I'm filming on. I got that running a time lapse, which I'll throw in. You'll see I'm going to throw in a bunch of videos, and not a bunch, a couple videos, and some photos I took. So yeah, time lapse. I've got my iPhone set up facing towards us to get reactions, because I was researching this. I was like, a lot of people were saying, don't, unless you have a really good professional setup and big zoom lenses, you're not going to do justice to what it looks like. So had my iPhone just set up on a little DJI gimbal, filming just our reactions, and we had let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids watching it too. So I knew their reactions were going to be great. Wow, that wind really picked up. Hopefully it's not too windy in the mic. And then I had my DJI Pocket, the little camera with a gimbal. I had that set up just pointing directly at the sun, just filming in real time, just to get real-time video of the sun. And it had audio as well, like the iPhone. So just another angle with the same audio that the iPhone's getting. And then I had my big camera, my mirrorless DSLR, with a 100-400 on it, Canon R6 with the RF 100-400. I had that set up pointing to the sun, and then I had I didn't have a solar filter on it. I had a 16.6 stop ND filter, and I researched that 16 stops is the minimum you need to point at the sun. And even when I wasn't shooting those, I would get shots every once in a while of the partial, and then when I wasn't shooting, I would aim it away. But it was also nice because you could zoom in on the LCD screen, and you know, I zoomed in to where the moon was gonna make first contact over the sun, and you could see, you know, that little part of the sun being covered. And then when I wasn't shooting, I would just aim it away, just so the sun's not blaring down into all this glass. It's acting like a magnifying glass. You know, as far as what I researched, that 16.6 stop ND filter was dark enough to protect that. Oh, another thing I have to mention is this, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, this amazing app that I heard of through the Eclipse on Tap app, or Eclipse on Tap podcast. It's this, I don't know if it can be seen, maybe not, but it's called Solar Eclipse Timer. And it's by, yeah, I forget the guy's name. Another thing I should have looked up before doing this. But yeah, this app was awesome because it has audio cues saying first contact is in so many minutes. This, you know, and the first contact is happening right now. And then once first contact happened, when you get the partial going, it'll give you a countdown of when second contact is, when totality starts. So just a great tool and resource for knowing when is going to happen, or when what is going to happen, and how much time you have. And then it would give, like, you know, it would say like observe like shadow bands on the ground, and, you know, observe changes in animals or insects. Just some really great info, just so you don't have to, like, you know, be looking at your notes or anything, and just audio cues so you can like focus on what's going on in front of you. That was an amazing app, so thanks to Eclipse on Tap. And yeah, the guy who made it, the doctor who developed this app, not a medical doctor, he has a doctorate. Oh, another great thing about that app, I did not know this beforehand, but it told at a certain point, like 15 or 20 seconds before second contact, it said that camera filters were safe to remove because it was enough of the sun covered, which was great because I don't think I would have got a shot I did with the filter on of the diamond ring effect. Thought it was just the ND filter probably would have blocked too much light, and it would have got, you'll see in the video, I might put it in right here, of just like the starburst effect from the sun and that diamond ring. It's just, you know, the last seconds before totality when there's just barely any sun shining through, and it looks like a diamond ring because, you know, you got the corona shining out from around the moon, and then you just got this point of light that's just a starburst. Really cool. It was the shot I wanted to get most, and it was nice because I just had my camera on a tripod, and I held down my shutter button, and my camera, I had it set, I think it was taking like 8 frames a second, and so it was taking a lot of photos. In hindsight, I should have set it higher to the fastest shutter mode. I think it takes like 20 frames a second or something crazy. I should have done that in hindsight, because Bailey's beads is another thing I wanted to capture, which is the light of the sun just shining through the different, like, you know, there's parts of the moon that are higher elevation and then lower elevation, so it's just the sun shining through those lower elevation parts and being blocked in its last, you know, 1 second before second contact. And at that point, like yeah, just totality hit, and it was, yeah, like I get what people are talking about. You just can't explain it. It's something you have to see. And just the huge difference, even between that 99.9% of coverage and totality, 100%, is just unbelievable. It's just like this, I don't know, it's like this primal thing that like just like kind of wells up inside you. I had tears. Like I was like, I still think about it. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And then just that you could see, it was Jupiter and another planet. Yeah, just can't put into words. Even the video and the photos, they look cool, but it's nowhere near the experience of experiencing it in real time. And I heard of some people, other friends and other people saying they saw it when it was partial, and they're like, I don't get it. And yeah, like partial is cool, but it's like, I'm not gonna drive across the country and drive down to Texas. I wouldn't drive down to Texas for a partial eclipse. But after seeing totality, 100% total eclipse, I want to fly like there's one in Spain in 2 years. And there was actually people there that were at the park as well that said they're flying to Spain. I forget where they're from, but they live in the US, and they're flying to Spain to see totality. And totality, where we were at, we had 4 minutes and 6 seconds, which is quite a bit. I think it was double of what 2017 was. The one in Spain in 2 years, I think it's like around 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes at the most. So yeah, like half the time. So, and that 4 minutes went by so fast. In hindsight, I should have just taken those pictures of the diamond ring and some totality pictures, which I got some great shots of, like the corona. I should have just taken that real quick and then stopped what I'm doing. I did change lenses real quick to get a fisheye shot of the sky, because another cool thing is you get that like reverse sunset. You know, the horizon is lit up from the sun shining around the moon from beyond the shadow of the moon, because the shadow of the moon in this case was 115 miles wide. So the sky's pretty dark for a long ways around you. You know, radio, what is that? 57.5 miles in every direction. When you're in the middle of the shadow is darkness. You know, the biggest shadow that will ever be cast is during an eclipse, bigger than any cloud. And you know, cloud is, you know, the light shines through it some way, but you know, the light doesn't shine through at all in the moon. So the shadow is just completely dark. And the fisheye gave a good sense of like that, the horizon, what the horizon looked like, and then you can see the two planets, Jupiter and, like I said, I can't remember the other one. So in hindsight, I was like, I should have just laid down and stared up at the sky for the entire 4 minutes. Now the next one, I know that not to do that much, just set everything up to be automated. The next ones, and there's one in 2044, which in the US, the next one in the US is 2044, and it only comes into Montana a little bit, and then that's the end of it. The one in 2045 is a lot longer, similar. It comes from the northwest, I think. But the biggest thing I'm excited about that one, even though it's 21 years out, is totality is going to last for 6 minutes. I forget how many seconds, but the longest totality that is physically possible based on the position of the moon is around 7 minutes, I believe. So we're getting almost the maximum length of totality in 2045. And I will be, let's see, it's going to be right after my birthday in August. My birthday's in early August, and so I'll be, let's see, I'll be 42 this August, and yeah, whatever. I don't want to do the math right now. Yeah, I'll be 60. Yeah, I'll be 63, 62. My brain isn't doing the math too well right now. So just so much looking forward to that. And then yeah, sharing it with my kids again when they're much older. They'll be in their 30s. Yeah, just crazy. They'll be, 10 years younger than I am now. So yeah, making a trip out of that. somewhere, maybe Colorado. Yeah, I don't even know where it's going to be a good, best chance for least amount of clouds. I think based on this trip, I'm not going to book anything. Maybe have an RV, which is what Eclipse on Tap did, so they could drive anywhere, which is a great idea. Thankfully, we had the chance to be able to change hotel reservations and be flexible. Yeah, because getting something booked that early is, August has I know August is better than the springtime for clouds, more predictable. But yeah, I'll throw up some videos and photos that I got. Not gonna throw any music in, just kind of wanted to play the backdrop of everyone getting excited, and the 2 videos with sound is great. So maybe I'll just leave that in. I'll like overlay it of the eclipse, just that excitement. So yeah, that still, like, it's been almost a week and still remembering that as just one of the most amazing experiences I've been fortunate to experience. And I am very thankful that we had the flexibility, like originally to drive to Texas, and also like that we drove down there instead of flying, and then it's like, oh, we have a flight to catch back, and I don't want to drive this rental car all the way to Southern Illinois, or where, if we had to go somewhere else, driving down from Michigan. The whole trip ended up being like, I think it was like 3,300 miles round trip, everywhere, because we drove quite a bit in Texas. Got to do a bunch of Texas stuff, brought back some Texas beer from one of my favorite Texas breweries, Live Oak. This is a cold IPA, which I really like. Cold IPAs, good mix between like a lager and a IPA for me. Not as much as regular IPAs, but yeah, it was great to be able to drive all over Texas. So anyway, yeah, it's 21 years out, but yeah, like make plans to, or in 18 years or something, start making plans to go and see this. Like I said, I want to fly. I wish I had the means to fly to the other side of the world, which is scary. Yeah, like Spain, and then I think Australia is the next one in 28. This is just off the top of my head. Who knows how many things I'm saying that might be wrong. Yeah, research it for yourself. But yeah, make a plan to see it. Yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoy these videos. Take care.
Guys, look at it!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Whoa. Don't keep your glasses on, guys.
10! Oh my gosh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at the horizon.
Look at this, look at the horizon!
Whoa!
Camilla, please keep these on if you
Gosh!
keep them on for sure. So
It's not even late! 15!
Whoa!
Guys, lay down!
Look, Peggy's freaking out!
10!
She's gonna be leaving.
Oh, it's going away!
Ah!
Whoa, look at the planet!
Where?
Under the
The sun is gone.
The
The sun is gone!
What?
No way!
okay.
Milo, look.
She's right there. She's okay.
Milo, look. Someone ate the. This is amazing. Peggy's not safe. Peggy's not
Peggy's safe.
Just hold on to her.
Guys, that's Jupiter, isn't it?
I just took
I
a
think
picture.
it's Jupiter and that's Venus.
Emily. What?
Look at this plane.
Look at that.
That's who I wanted to be.
She's probably scared. She don't know what's happening.
It's like a hole in the sky.
Wait, now with your glasses. Look at
nighttime,
the horizon. Look.
Oh my gosh. Guys, a grasshopper just jumped on me.
Wow, with your glasses, you can't see it.
Where's
Look at the
Milo? Where's
horizon.
You can't see it with your glasses.
I don't see any animals.
Wow,
need your
look at
glasses
that,
for
you
this part.
guys.
Look
Insane.
That you can't see the sun because of the moon.
How do we know when to put our
Someone
glasses
ate
back?
the whole entire sun.
The moon did.
Yeah. And then when it
See that bright
gets
light?
light again,
Oh, God, Callan.
You can
I don't
see
want
it
this to
because
be
you
over.
can't see
You mean that?
Just
that
enjoy
bright
it.
star. Look down there.
That one?
Yeah, and then that one up there.
Black. It's like that one.
That's Venus and that's Jupiter.
The meter one.
The big circle. That's the moon blocking the sun. That's what
Binoculars.
the moon.
Oh, do you want to look at through binoculars?
why it's
This is binoculars.
I want next.
Still there.
Wait, Emma can't find it.
We don't have a camera.
What's that?
Oh, that's nuts.
Peak?
Mom, I want to try those.
Wait, I think I see like a solar flare. Look. Isn't that the red thing on the bottom? Isn't that a
Well,
solar
the
flare?
glasses don't do anything.
Whoa, this is
Do you
so
see the
cool
little
here.
red speck on the bottom, guys?
What's the solar? Oh my gosh, the binoculars are
The
insane.
binoculars are insane.
I wanna-
Let Callan
Oh,
try.
give everyone
Callan, let
a
me
chance.
try after you.
Everybody only gets like 5 seconds.
Wait, no.
No, let him take a
It's
long-
hard to
long
find
enough
it, Jack. Give him a second.
You can see.
There's supposed to be a comet, like above Jupiter somewhere.
Look at the birds. Look at the
I don't
geese.
see it.
Oh my gosh, Milo. There's a Milo. Mom,
Yeah, what is that orange thing on the bottom?
Give it to Daddy.
The spaceship on the bottom.
I think that's like a solar flare.
What's a solar flare?
Yeah, like that red dot.
Is it gonna
Yeah.
crash into Earth?
No. They're always there. We just can't see them. Let Daddy see it now, Milo.
I don't know.
Real
this
quick.
is crazy. I'm going on the swings. Just on the
This is
swings.
crazy. I'm going to swing.
No.
Okay, Milo, that's all.
Watch it.
You gotta let Miss Crystal needs them still.
I wanna see it.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
This is insane.
Do you see it, David?
This is
Oh yeah.
insane to
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, give him to Crystal.
Over
Quick.
halfway
Crazy.
through now. Yep. I know. It's okay.
Calvin's not even paying attention. He's like, this is so awesome.
Oh wow. I see
Did it
it.
work, Emma?
Yeah, it showed up on this one. But
Oh, that scared me so much.
Sorry.
Oh, did you get a picture Em, with your camera?
Yeah. Wait, it's
What does
done
that
in 20
mean?
seconds? Wait.
Then do
What
we
does
have to
that
stop
mean?
I
looking
think
at
that
it?
means it's like 3/4 over.
What is that?
No, but second contact was totality. So what is that?
Yeah, this is.
Oh, all right, guys.
glasses.
Don't look at it anymore, Callan, okay?
Why?
Because now we need our glasses again.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Dang! It's here.
Guys, I just see that solar flare. Does anyone else?
No, that's just the corner of the sun.
Glasses on, everybody. Milo, where are you?
Whoa!
Now, when you look at it, you
No,
need your
no,
glasses.
Josh, look everywhere. Look around. Oh my gosh, it's getting light again. Oh my gosh, it's so Look at Peggy. Oh my gosh, look at Peggy, Mom.
Look, it's getting bright.
It's bright. Oh my gosh, don't look at the sun.
Don't look at the sun. I looked at it.
Wow. Mom, look at this.
Well, the moon is passing by.
I need glasses.
Now does it go fast or does it go the same
The
speed?
same speed. Wow, that was it, guys. We did it.
So simple and it only happens in the moon.
Was it into tornado? No, the sky is back. Now the horizon
Plus 60.
Oh, look at Peggy. Look at Peggy.
Gave up.